You know what? This team, this Maryland team, they're a great team. You know, they have a lot of weapons over there. But I'm proud of my group. They played hard from the beginning of the game. They came out with a lot of energy. We executed our offenses the way we felt like we needed to. Got the ball to certain people that finished. Avi did a great job of finishing. Nicole, her shots looking as good as it ever has. We needed a couple more people to contribute offensively, but I liked our energy throughout the game. We never gave up. We kept playing, kept fighting, and you know, this is a really good team. We're aspiring to get to this point of talent, but you know, I'm proud of our group, and we can build on this. Even though it was a lopsided loss here, it could have been worse, but we kept our turnovers down, which I really think would it's going to go a long way for us. And we had a couple of drops, a couple of finishes that we could have had around the basket. So, but we're going to build on this and get ready for Minnesota.
What is it about them? What's the toughest thing about playing them? Is it the variety of things they can hit you with, or? Yeah,
they have an inside and outside. When you have that, now everybody's one-on-one. So now can you stop individuals, and they're talented. All of them can shoot. You know, 22 is really, really good, and that's kind of all she does is just that. But that's all she has to do. You know, Walker came out really, really hot. We lost her a couple times. We lost 22 a couple times, and that's on us. We got to fix that. So we got to practice maybe running our practice guys to the three-point line and shooting threes, so we just get used to that. Because a lot of teams can't shoot like that. And so, but you have to be able to make those in-game adjustments. But, you know, credit to them. They hit their shots, and, you know, Jones is a load down there. She is, I mean, she just can't be moved. I mean, I felt kind of bad for Mick. She was trying, but it's just, if she gets under the basket in that little corner underneath on either side of the rim, you cannot move her, period. So she's a very talented player.
Since they've joined the conference in the last year and a half, I believe they've lost one game overall. Has there been any pressure to kind of up your guys' game to kind of keep up with Maryland?
No, because they beat everybody, so no pressure on us. You know, like I said, they joined the conference as a Final Four former NCAA championship team, and you know, they weren't always that way. I remember Maryland of old; they were not very good, and then Brenda came in and got the players, and it took some time, but she got them and fairly quickly got some of them, and you know, so that's their story, but we have our own, and. Again, I'm proud of each one of these kids for coming out and really having a positive attitude, fighting through the whole game. When things weren't going our way, we still stuck with our principles, and you know, these two were a big part of that. So y'all can ask them some questions.
Avi, how difficult is it to defend Brianna Jones, and is she the best player you've faced down low this year?
Yeah, she's probably. It was difficult, but it's nothing that we can't tackle. Like I said, we see him again, and we're going to be ready next time.
Coach, you guys got off to a hot start. You were up 20-15 after one quarter. What worked in the first quarter that didn't work in the second quarter? Yeah.
Like I said, some transition defense, some consecutive threes, and they just hit some shots that when you right in their face. Some of them we were right there, and they still hit them. They had some and ones, and then they had some transition baskets. So if they weren't shooting threes, they were getting layups. So we're going to watch it and just see where exactly, who should have been where, if people were haggling around the ball and not getting back. It's just a learning experience. You can't make these kind of mistakes against this type of team because they'll hurt you. Some other people, you might be able to get away with it, but we're trying to build championship habits. And so no matter who we play, we're trying to do the right thing all the time.
Nicole, it seemed like a lot of the shots they were hitting, you guys were right there on defense, and they were just making these tough looks. Is there anything you would have liked to see defensively or any changes you would like to make going forward, or was it just a tough night with them hitting shots?
I mean, like Coach Bobby said, just the transition. We weren't getting to the right spot. They were pulling up the three-point line and hitting them. I mean, I think Walker was 6 for 6. I mean, that's unreal, but still, that's something we have to work on. And when someone hits a three in your face, you have to realize that and not let her hit another one.
And when you see their team, obviously you're pretty good three-point shooter. When you see their team hitting threes, do you feel any pressure to go hit a three of your own, or just keep running the offense?
I mean, just keep running the offense. I mean, the whole point of the game, we got to get stops and scores. But, I mean, at first we were getting scores, but so were they. So we just have to get the stops.
Coach, I think you said earlier you were aspiring to get to that level of talent. What kind of work does it take to get to that level, or to at least approach that level?
I'm glad you asked, because everybody think it's so easy. People think you just walk in and players just say, knock on our door and say, here we are. You know, it takes a long time. You know, we don't like to have any kind of excuses, but, you know, talent is talent. You know, I've been to the top. I know what it looks like, and it takes a while to change perception. And that's what we're trying to do here. And, you know, nobody feels we're just going to keep working. They're going to keep working on the court. We're going to keep working on the phones and getting kids. I mean, we've got a lot of kids coming here that are interested, that really want to look at it. But when it comes down to it, they can only go to one school. And when you're going up against a Notre Dame or, you know, in the past, a Rutgers, or that has a tradition that we're trying to build, it's not a 1 year, 2 years. I don't know how long it takes, but I know it takes a while. Because I've seen programs through the years. I mean, I'm kind of old. So, you know, when I was at Stanford, that wasn't Stanford 4 years before that, you know. Or I've seen Notre Dame when they weren't very good. I played UConn when they were terrible. So it takes a while. It really does, to get those players to buy into your vision, to believe what you believe. But these guys they're the pioneers, because they came when it wasn't popular and all that kind of stuff, and they're doing the dirty work, I should say, to get the program at a championship culture. Then you add those pieces as they move on to get those pieces that are going to say, hey, I see what they're doing. They're playing hard. They play the right way. They conduct themselves on the court the right way, even when the game is not going their way. You know, if we're up, we conduct ourselves classy, like we're supposed to. And when we're down, we still do that same thing. So it's more than just the basketball. We want to be a championship culture across the board. And that's off the court, on the court, in the classroom, in the community, so that Madison people can be proud of the young women that we have in our program.
Nicole, speaking of that legacy and that, you know, turning the corner into the championship habits, as a senior, do you feel any, you know, pressure to like leave that legacy or transform the culture, or are you just going game by game?
No, I mean, well, that's what we want to do. I mean, obviously, we love having Coach Bobby as a coach, and we want to pave the way for her, and we want to get good recruits. I mean, next year, I think they have a pretty good group coming in, but, I mean, obviously, we're not doing as well as we'd like, but like you said, just getting those recruits to come here, top recruits, and hopefully that can help build the program.
But when we do get to that level, it'll be because of these guys, not because of me.